Nanny, why don't you tell me where you where we are right now, and what your address is?
Beg your pardon?
Could you tell me your name and your address?
My name is Nanny Leah Washburn.
And where do you live?
I live at 598 Oakland Avenue.
What's your zip code?
I can't remember. It's that's where I'm lost.
Okay.
Look on the.
I'll look on one of your letters before I
Yeah.
go. But you sound just great, and that's all I wanted to
Okay,
know.
ready now? Shirt on. Who is he?
The light looks like it's no good for me. Swap
Okay.
seats with me,
All right, good.
will you?
Sure.
And I'll try.
Okay, we may be able to turn on the
I think that's awful to have
Did
bad
turn on.
eyes. I don't see how
Oh, on
my
one of these lights,
Yeah,
is it?
sure.
That's a good idea.
I don't see how my children's ever, and I don't know this baby. Yeah, that's one of Lois's children, my
Okay.
oldest daughter.
This is the baby on against a flowered dress. We don't know who it is, but we'll take it because it might be a generic. Okay, here's a child sitting on a kiddie car.
That I don't know on account of it was Mary's picture of some of her kin
Okay,
people on her
again, we'll
husband's
take
side.
as generic. Okay, here's a picture of a young woman with a white blouse on, sitting on a lawn, on a front yard.
That's slow go. That's one of my daughters.
Okay, it
High
says on the
school.
back, Maud.
Oh yeah, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
This here is it's my brother Hubbard's wife,
Okay.
Maud Leathers.
Do you know when that might have been taken?
No, I don't know,
Uh-huh.
but
Okay.
it's been years because they both been dead for
Okay.
years.
Nanny, did Maud work in a cotton mill?
Who?
Did Maud work in a cotton mill?
Oh, well, I just met her in Rome, Georgia, when I was a young kid, you know. I don't, she might have worked a little, but I don't know nothing about it.
Okay.
Nanny,
I think she worked some.
no, do me a favor. Try not to touch this cord. too
Oh,
much.
I'll try not.
Okay.
Okay. The next one is a man and a woman sitting together. He's got a hat on. She's got a purse in her hand. They're sitting on a rock wall.
It's too bad I'm this slow.
Take your time.
Yeah, you ain't got all this time. What is these around here? Stone?
Those are stones, yes. They're under that's supports for the house. It's on the
Oh.
front porch. The
Yeah.
house.
It's a wooden house.
Yeah, well, that there is James Eskew. And that woman, I don't know.
James Eskew. Now, who was James Eskew?
He was my sister Minnie's son, James Eskew.
Did he work in a cotton mill?
Oh,
Okay, I think we won't take that then.
Okay.
Okay. Now here is a picture of a bus. I don't know. I've got to use your glass myself to see what it says on the side of the bus. It says, Twin Cities, something cities, rapid transit, bus, take the bus. I don't know that this is going to be any good to me. No.
No? Okay.
I don't think, there's just an old bus. I don't think that's
Oh.
any good. Okay, I won't want that. Yeah, oh, sorry. Now, this is you in 42 next to a car, so we'll take that. It says you on the back.
Does it?
Yeah,
Uh-huh. Well, that ends that, don't it?
That's right, okay. Now, this is the picture of a large Afro-American woman in a kind of white dress.
Uh-huh. Well, that and I don't know. Some of these pictures you see
Yeah.
didn't belong to me.
Yeah. Okay, we don't know who that one is then.
No, I don't know who that
Okay,
is.
I don't think we want that. And here's a picture of a black woman sitting on the running board of a car.
There's
Can you-
something written on it.
Yeah, something written on the back. Bob. Let's see if you can read
Whoops,
that.
whoops, we lost our mic. It says in the back, Bob's Negro, baby from St. Louis, Missouri, this is.
Uh-huh.
Bob's Negro baby from St. Louis.
Let me see it one more
Okay.
time. Well, I really can't answer for that.
Okay.
I'm just wondering.
I'd put it in, though.
That you see the car, let's take that in. I've got an idea we may be able to use that. Okay, here's a picture of a young woman, of a child, with a star on the photograph, and it looks like something like a housing project.
I think this is one of my granddaughters, as well
Okay.
as I can see.
Okay. Now, this is a picture of somebody with an old-fashioned hat on. Looks like it's the 30s. You know, they had those hats that pull down over your face.
This happened to be Mary's, some of her
Yeah.
in-laws.
Okay. But that looks very much like a cotton mill woman, you see, who would be having a photograph taken. So we'll
We'll
use
take it.
that. Yeah. Okay. Here's a picture of a Ford car it's got a Florida, I think it's a Florida license plate. Clearwater, Florida. Did you know anybody in Clearwater, Florida?
But
Okay,
I know people that's been there.
I
go
think
there.
that's
Okay.
out.
I think that's the same series then.
Yes, that's all the same series, so we'll do that. Okay, now here's a picture. Oh, it looks like you and your mother, but yes, it says, what does that say there?
It says grandmother and Aunt Mary.
Let's see it.
What time would that picture be taken?
That was taken years and years ago over at Leo Frank's
Yeah.
uncle's house.
So it'll be in
Rawson Street.
the late 40s?
No, earlier than that.
Earlier than that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, this is your sister and your mother, is it? What did it say, Marion?
Aunt Mary and Grandma.
That's Mary.
Aunt, your aunt.
No, my sister's
Your sister, okay.
named Mary.
That's her mother and her sister. It's a beautiful picture of her mother.
Yeah, and we know that your mom and your sister both worked in the cotton mill.
Yes. Okay. This looks like a picture of your mother.
You correct.
I'm getting to know these people.
Her name was Frances Elizabeth Leathers.
And we don't need
Manning
we don't know who that
Leathers.
is.
Remember,
Yeah.
her name
Yes,
was
okay.
Manning.
Manning Levitt.
Nanny Levitt?
Now, here are two young women.
Excuse me a minute.
Sure.
Frances Elizabeth,
Leather.
her maiden name was Manning, and her marriage was my daddy Leathers, Leathers.
And her maiden name was Manning.
Manning,
Mannon.
Manning, Manning.
Okay, now here's a picture of a boy with a big hat on and two handsome women beside him.
Well, he is smart one.
Yeah.
I don't know, that was the Buckaloo, Mary's, some of her relatives.
Now, when would this be taken?
I don't know, because that's been years ago.
But those dresses are definitely 30s.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's a picture of a young woman in a short white dress.
That's one I can't answer for, because it's pictures of my sister Mary. I mean, it was her pictures.
I don't think that series is going to do us any good then, but this might. This is taken in front of something packing company.
I can tell you. My sister worked in the packing company, Weenus and so on, over on Whitehall. Annie Mae, Carrie.
So we don't know who that is.
I think that's her sister, right?
Oh, it's that your sister?
Is that your sister, Annie Mae?
Uh-huh. A lot of them I don't.
Now here is a picture of a young man with a uniform on.
That was my brother,
Now, did he work?
Willie Leathers.
Did he work in the mill?
Very little.
But he did work in the mill.
Yeah, he
Here's
worked.
an even better one picture of that with who's that with the? Is that his mother? Your mother?
That's my mother,
Yeah.
and I think that's the same one, Willie.
Yeah. Okay. So let's
Willie Leathers.
let's
That's my
select
mother.
One of these then. That's that.
I like that one.
Yeah, and this one also. Who's that with? Willie's with there.
This is the girl.
I can't answer that question.
Okay.
I have a question though. This house that they're standing in front of, was that near the cotton mill? Is that a Mill Village house?
No, that's a house.
It's not a Mill Village house, it's just a house.
Well, it must be a Mill Village house. It don't look like one, though.
Okay, it doesn't look like one. Now here's the same man with he's got a woman on each side. So that's your brother and who?
I don't know them women.
Uh-huh, okay.
Is that no, George?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, Leathers.
Yeah. Don't think we want that. Now, when would these pictures have been taken of your brother here?
Oh,
World War One?
I think it'd be two,
World War Two.
or whatever the next one
Yeah.
is from one.
World War Two, yeah. Okay, that's
Too late.
too late. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's some of his. That's my nephew,
Uh-huh.
James Eskew. And I can't see well enough to tell who that
Okay,
is.
okay. Now here is who's that young woman?
I really don't know her.
Okay, I think we don't think we could use that. And this two people.
And I don't know these.
Okay.
And there ain't no name on
Yeah,
them. That
right.
was
I think
Mary
that's a little too
Buckaloo's,
special.
some of hers.
But here's one where there are two young women sitting on the running board of an old Model T.
I can't say who that is.
Okay, so I think that can be generic. Here's one with a woman in a checkered coat.
Just a woman.
A woman, and then a car is, then an automobile is behind them.
Well, I can't make that out. It looks
Okay.
like Mary's, some of her pictures.
Why don't we try this part?
Wait a minute. You know, I think if you turned it this way, you'd see better.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, try that.
I can also turn the light
Yeah.
around.
This wasn't bought for
Yeah.
me.
Isn't that better?
I can't see it all this way. Not at all.
Ah, you have to get in focus, yeah.
I'm just got bad
Yeah.
eyes. I just don't know who this is.
Okay. Okay. That's one we might try just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now here is one where there are three young women. It's a dark photograph, and there are three young women kind of scrunched up together.
I can't make that now.
Okay,
That's pretty dark.
yeah.
Some of them, you see, I
We-
can't see well
maybe we
enough,
can't
and I
use
don't
that
want
one.
to say
Sure,
that
no, no.
somebody else.
But here is what looks like There are two young women, both dressed almost exactly alike. And on the back it says, let's see, July the 2nd, 1950, and then that,
Yeah.
two young women. I don't think that's going to be one we want to.
January.
Okay, that's her and her second husband.
Yeah, these are,
Two.
yeah, these are too late.
Okay.
Yeah, all these are too late.
I can't help you on that one.
Okay, I think that one's not in. Okay, this I believe is your late husband.
No, that's the lawyer.
That's a lawyer, huh?
Read it there.
Oh, yeah. Holland, 1932.
Mm-hmm.
Who was Holland?
That was some lawyer that Mr. Washburn knew.
I see, okay.
His,
Yeah, so we don't want that, I
Okay.
think. Now,
This isn't ownership. Maybe we need some success here.
okay.
Whoops.
this come
George,
undone
can you
again. I
put
didn't,
that
don't,
in again?
it just
Why
fell.
don't you do this? Why don't you put it up under, your cord isn't long enough. Cord isn't long enough, is it? Why don't you, I know.
She was born a Georgia woman in a tiny river town where the cotton mill whistle was her first worried sound. At an age barely 7, she had to stand working machinery just like a grown man. Others around her in sorrow and despair, they were working like dogs for that rich man up there. And the cruel sound of lynch mobs that the bosses maintain, they kept workers so separate, broken links on a chain. There are many fallen soldiers that life's journey brings, deceived by the greed of some other man's dream.
We could start over. Would that be
Oh
okay?
no, I'm just
You
practicing,
just practicing?
getting my voice.
Oh, okay.
I hadn't sung all
Great.
morning.
Okay, so you great. So we're fine.
No, I wouldn't. And let's see. Now I lost my train. There are many fallen soldiers life's journey brings, deceived by the greed of some other man's dream. There are many. What's the word? Well, the words are right here. All right. There are many fallen soldiers. I hadn't seen this since we did it.
You haven't read it.
I haven't seen this thing that somebody made for us.
But you've sung the song.
Oh, hundreds, thousands. There are many fallen soldiers, so hungry and so tired. Their cries pierce the darkness like death's angel choir. But she decided there must be some other way. She went on down to the cotton mill that day. She said, listen, workers, I'm a worker like you. There's way too much power in the hands of the few. The cotton mill owner, let him weave and spin, because we're going to be out on that picket line till the day that we win. Well, they carried her into Atlanta to the Big Rock County Jail. Told her she was going to be electrocuted and sent down to hell. There are many fallen soldiers that life's journey brings, deceived by the greed of some other man's dream. But that cotton mill woman, she said the fight has begun, and there'll be no more fallen soldiers when the workers' world is won. Oh, man. Thank you. Now, I have that recorded on my Rounder album. I don't have it with me, but you can get it from Rounder Records. They'd
Nanny,
love
what's
to.
your street
I
number?
love those things.
598
Yeah, 598 Oakland
Avenue.
I wrote that down.
Oakland.
Roundel
And it's
Records.
Rounder
Oh.
in Massachusetts.
No. This is Nan at the front, but I'm not there. I'm over at a friend's house.
And I gave her some more cassettes that have some more cotton mill
598 Oakland. It's
songs in
Oakland.
them. And Archie Green hired me in 1973 in Atlanta to record Babies in the Mill here with me,
No,
you know,
actually
full
between
musicians.
Village and
and
what's
everything.
this street right down
So
here?
that's the record.
I can't remember.
Can you
But
tell
that
me any of
one-
those
Maybe Cherokee Place.
songs that date from
Man.
34?
Yeah, but it's south of
I
Village
can.
from
I've collected a
Oakland.
lot of textile
Because
songs.
if they go,
Because
if they come down Cherokee and
these.
turn up Village,
damn
and then just take a left
Yeah,
on Oakland.
Yeah,
And she's on the left. That's
accurate.
great. Thanks a
about
whole
all
lot.
the details.
I know. Well, I'm a
So that-
historian,
So
you know.
that I can get
Well, I'm-
away with the.
Yeah, so we'll get it. We'll get it right.
You see,
I know.
what I'm really doing is making a film about the damage done over time by unresolved class conflicts.
Yeah, great.
That's what my film is about. I
Yeah.
don't dare tell them that.
Yeah,
That's right.
unresolved
You see, if I
class
tell 'em that-
conflict.
You know, they'd all have a fit.
Yeah,
So I've got to be accurate.
Brother marks us out.
I've got to have all the details accurate
Yeah.
so that when I build up that argument,
Mm-hmm.
they can't take me to pieces on details.
Your data's there.
Yeah,
You see, that's,
yeah,
I can be straight with you people,
yeah.
but I know this battle.
Right.
Now, most of the historians are with me. It's only just a few.
Yeah.
Most of them, Blicksilver even, you know, and he's the big industrial historian.
Blicksilver,
Yeah,
I've never
He's-
heard of him.
he's
he's
a,
an industrialist.
he's at Georgia State.
We might do that.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay. She was born a Georgia woman in a tiny river town where the cotton mill whistle was her first worried sound. At an age barely 7, she had to stand working machinery just like a grown man. Others around her in sorrow and despair, they were working like dogs for that rich man up there. And the cruel sound of lynch mobs that the bosses, I don't know know what's happening here. I'm getting all off with my auto harp. Let's start over.
Okay?
Oh, you would start?
I'm ready when you are.
Okay, take two. Georgia Cotton Mill one. She was born a Georgia woman in a tiny river town where the cotton mill whistle was her first worried sound. At an age barely 7, she had to stand working machinery just like a grown man. Others around her in sorrow and despair, they were working like dogs for that rich man up there. And the cruel sound of lynch mobs that the bosses maintained, they kept workers so separate, broken links on a chain. There are many fallen soldiers that life's journey brings, deceived by the greed of some other man's dream. There are many fallen soldiers, so hungry and so tired, their cries pierce the darkness like death's angel choir. But she decided there must be some other way. She went on down to the cotton mill that day. She said, "Listen, workers, I'm a worker like you, and there's way too much power in the hands of the few. The cotton mill owner, let him weave and spin, because we're going to be out on that picket line till the day that we win." Well, they carried her into Atlanta to the Big Rock County Jail, told her she was going to be electrocuted and sent down into hell. There are many fallen soldiers that life's journey brings, deceived by the greed of some other man's dream. There are many fallen soldiers, so hungry and so tired, their cries pierce the darkness like death's angel choir. But that cotton mill woman, she said the fight has begun, and there'll be no more fallen soldiers when the workers' world is won.
I'm patting for you, not me.
All right.
Oh, I pat for all of us. Yeah, that was a hard time. And then when we had those Afro-American lawyers to come in there in the jail, try to see us and get us out if they could. Oh, that like to tore that place up. 2 white women, you know, having Afro-American lawyers. It killed them all. But they're a little different now, right?
Oh, yeah.
A little,
A
not a
little
lot.
bit, not
Not a lot.
Not much, though. You can't teach them nothing in a
Well,
long time. You got to get a real progressive.
That's true.
And Nanny, they hadn't seen a fighter like you and your sister.
Huh?
They hadn't seen fighters like you and your sister in the jail.
Yeah. They a lot of them.
They hadn't seen them yet till they saw you, those
No, they
jailers.
didn't. And Annie Mae.
And Annie Mae, yeah.
I made the most noise. But Annie Mae's progressive in her heart. We had got along fine in jail. We wasn't there but 79 days.
God,
79 days.
it's too long.
They tried to make us go to church. Wouldn't I look like going to a church in a jail?
So, that was great.
Oh, good. Well, I screwed it all up. When you hear the recording, you'll see I added all. My
It
mind was.
sounds wonderful.
But isn't that folk music? Played a little different each
I
time.
hate to think that, but
Well, I have just one question.
Yes.
You said that your parents or your grandparents?
my grandparents worked in the mills. In fact, my granddaddy worked in Fulton Mill here. He's from Blairsville, Georgia, and came down, worked in the mills, and was in the Sally League, the baseball league they had through the cotton mills. He was a catcher. And so the mills sent him to different mills all over the. Carol, are you recording this?
This is on.
Nan?
Oh, our camera's back.
Oh, wow.
The government and the companies tried to keep them down, but that old-time Union spirit was born to win. We will stand for the Union, we will fight for our rights, we will hold our banner high. No one else in our shop speaks for the workers' right to win. Amalgamated is our only friend. In 1914 in Nashville, Tennessee, amalgamated clothing workers came to be. Chicago strike leader Hillman and Bessie Abramowitz promised leadership so bold and so free. We will stand for the Union, we will fight for our rights, we will hold our banner high. No one else in our shop speaks for the workers' right to win. Amalgamated is our only friend. We remember the sweatshops and the sewing factories and the women who gave their life's blood and much more. Then the Union came to organize for safety and for health, brought Union power to the women on the floor. We will stand for the Union, we will fight for our rights, we will hold our banner high. No one else in our shop speaks for the workers' right to win. Amalgamated is our only friend. It's been 75 years and the Union's here to stay, merged with the textile workers too. People north, south, east and west have a mighty friend known all around the world as Act Two. We will stand for the Union, we will fight for our rights, we will hold our banner high. No one else in our shop speaks for the workers' right to win. Amalgamated is our
I love it.
Good. I ought to write one for the textile workers too.
You sure should. George, my sister get a hold of it.
Thank you.
Actually, I'm getting all of office.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a brochure so you can have my phone number on it. Good, good, good. Well, you know the cotton mill girls. Let's do the cotton mill girls. Worked in a cotton mill all my life. I ain't got nothing but a barlow knife. It's a hard time. Cotton mill girls, it's a hard time everywhere. Oh, it's a hard time. Cotton mill girls, it's a hard time. Cotton mill girls, it's a hard time. Cotton mill girls, it's a hard time everywhere. 1914, I heard 'em say, move to cotton country and get ahead. It's a hard time. Cotton mill girls, it's a hard time everywhere. Oh, it's a hard time. Cotton mill girls, it's a hard time. Cotton mill girls, it's a hard time. Cotton mill girls, it's a hard time everywhere. Get you a barge and tow it along the way down the Cartier to LJ. It's a hard time. Cotton mill girls, it's a hard time everywhere. Oh, it's a hard time. Cotton mill girls, it's a hard time. Cotton mill girls, it's a hard time. Cotton mill girls, it's a hard time everywhere. Now when I die, don't bury me at all. Hang me up on the spinning room wall. Dig for my bones in the alcohol. It's a hard time everywhere. Oh, it's a hard time. Cotton mill girls, it's a hard time. Cotton mill girls, it's a hard time. Cotton mill girls, it's a hard time everywhere. Oh, it's a hard time. Cotton mill girls, it's a hard time. Cotton mill girls, it's a hard time. Cotton mill girls, it's a hard time everywhere.
Went down Brookside Mill to get me a job away down yonder in the cotton mill yard. Hard times in this old mill, hard times I know. Went to the fence, I peeped through the crack. Old Tom Turner said you better go back.
So,
Start that one over, Nanny. How did that go?
I learned that from an Alabama man that used to board with my mother when she's taking boarders in Egan Park.
Who'd you
She
learn
worked-
that from?
Huh?
Who'd you learn that from?
Yeah, that's where I learned it from.
She
The
said, where'd you learn it from?
Alabama man that left Alabama and come to Piedmont Cotton Mill and boarded with my mother.
Sing it again for us, Nanny.
Oh, I can't sing. Yeah,
Yes, you
go
can
ahead.
sing it.
Went down Brookside Mill to get me a job away down yonder in a cotton mill yard. Hard times in this old mill, hard times I know. Went to the fence, I peeped through the crack. Oh, Tom Turner said you better go back. Hard times I know. Been a working in a cotton mill all of my life. Don't have enough money to buy me a barlow knife. Hard times in this old mill, hard times I know. That's all I can remember. And I'm lucky to remember that much.
That's good, Nanny. Yeah.
We are gonna be ready in we're gonna be ready in minutes. And if you can hold out for a tiny drop more, we could do it on camera
Okay.
just once.
Yeah.
All right.
What are some other good old cotton mill songs?
Oh, the baby's in the mill.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Get out of bed.
I used to be a factory hand back in those days gone by, when children worked in cotton mills the same as you and I. Every morning just at 5, the whistle blew on time. It called those babies out of bed at the age of 8 and 9. Get out of bed, little sleepyhead, and get you a bite.
factory whistle calling you. There's no more time to sleep.
So what were those 3 songs you just sang?
All right, that was Babies in the Mill by Dorsey Dixon. The one before that was,
The one that Nanny sang?
oh, the one before that was Cotton Mill Girls, and that's PD.
Who's that? PD?
PD is public domain. Nobody.
Ah,
The one before that was the Amalgamated Clothing Workers.
that's you.
Yeah, I wrote that one. Amalgamated Clothing, and then before that was the Georgia Cotton Mill.
He was from Finland. He stayed in a trailer that long.
What was the one that Nanny sang?
I'm sorry, the Brookside Mill.
Brookside Mill?
No, it's called Hard Times in the Mill. That's what it's the title.
Is that PD too?
Yeah. Well, I can get who wrote that if it's not. You better leave a question mark by that. Some of those verses like, worked in the cotton mill all my life, ain't got nothing but a Barlow knife, or generic, they put them in all the different songs. And she had it in her song, and it's in the cotton mill one.
You don't need this, do you?
No.
I got to go get me a drink of
That's
water.
your I was doing this concert in Charlotte in 1983 in conjunction with a traveling exhibit on textile machinery. And it was at the Mint Museum in Charlotte, and the Charlotte Observer did a big article about me before I came. And then the Gastonia Gazette did a huge whole page pictures and interview with me about my work. And I talked a lot about all kinds of things, but collecting textile songs and about the strike. And the day I left, it came out, and people started calling my parents' house and screaming into the telephone saying, we were in management. It didn't happen that way. You know, you ought to get the real story and all this kind of stuff, you know. So it was like it happened yesterday with these people, the anti-communism and the whole attitude toward unionism. However, that mill just organized 2 years ago. You know, they have a contract now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the Lorraine mill.
Oh, no, there's one right there.
With the rubber workers.
Sit down, hon, and listen. These folks will educate me and you.
I made them listen and learn too.
Now, excuse me.
They just organized 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That must have been difficult.
There's somebody you ought to.
What was the name of the plant?
It was the old Lorraine mill is what it was called, and now it's Firestone. Firestone bought it in the 30s. And now they've tried repeatedly to organize through the years and failed. And the rubber workers came in about 3 years ago and had an election, and it failed. The Gastonia Gazette just you know, smashed them. And then they came in the next year and had a quiet election. There were 400 people in the plant, and they won. And there's some people in Gastonia you should talk to, organizers and IUD people. Well, one particularly is Mike Black, who was a organizer for the IUD. You probably know Mike.
I can give you his number.
Does he know a lot of old timers, you think?
Oh yeah, and his dad was a Baptist preacher there back in those days. And NPR interviewed Mike when they first got the contract about a year or so ago about that mill. And he knows a lot of the people inside the mill, of course, who are in the union now, who are real aware of what went on before them.
So he might know some young people who just recently joined the union
Yeah,
2
they
years
could
ago,
interview.
whose parents
Maybe,
Or grandparents didn't strike in 34.
possibly.
That would be,
Likely.
that's the kind of, like you. I mean, that's the kind of scenario that we're looking for.
I'll be back. If not, call me.
Listen, okay,
We're gonna be ready in just a minute.
all right. Nan, I'm gonna go on to that Mexican thing up the street from here. I'm just gonna go over there. Why don't you come up there?
Well, you have to call me. I've got to just get this thing.
Okay, I'll call you when I'm
I
leaving.
try to call her, and she doesn't have the original.
Okay, I'll call you when I'm was
Your
in.
grandma lives in Gastonia?
Yeah, she mostly had her life in Kannapolis. And that's where my granddaddy worked. My granddaddy worked in the mills in Gaston County, but most of his life he was a weaver in the cannon mills in Kannapolis. And she ran a beauty shop. She couldn't stand the mill. She would always run her big mouth and get fired. So she tells a great story. Her father was a supervisor or whatever they do. You know, he was a worker, but he was one step up. And he was there when the IWW came through in like 1906 or something like that.
I don't mean to cut you off. The Cannon Mill, Act 2 just won a lawsuit against Murdoch.
Good.
That was the management, so they're going to take all this money, it's like $4 million, and put it into a retirement home for the old Cannon workers that were in Kannapolis.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Well,
incredible.
my
I have a lot
grandmother
of
needs to know
articles
about
on
that. She would be eligible for that. Wow.
Oh, but I missed that. Say
Act 2 have been trying to organize Cannon Mill for the last 6-7 years.
6, 7 years.
Long time. I mean, it goes back a long. We had another election up there about 4 years ago and we lost. And Act 2, if my memory serves me right, filed a lawsuit against this plant manager or person that whoever, the man that owned Murdoch's, right? And the courts in California, he settled on the court, said, okay, I don't want to fight anymore. So they granted the retirees all this money. So what they're going to do, Act 2, along a lot of the trustees, is take this money and put it into, and build this type of retiree community center. And I'm pretty sure we have all these boxes of files in the office, and I'm pretty sure we might have names and addresses of retirees or that was named in that lawsuit at the time.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Since you mentioned that, I mean,
Yeah.
just brainstorming when you talk to people, listen to other things.
Networking.
Yeah.
And see, this is what I've always wanted to do with my collection of textile songs, to go through all those mills up there and collect more songs and put together a video. I produced a 13-part series for PBS on Southern culture in 1984.
Really?
Yeah. So television is something I'm really interested in doing and producing a thing on, particularly on textile songs and culture and stories and the class conflict. So
Well, I think maybe we can
let's
work
put this
something out
together. Let's put this
Sounds good.
together. Yeah.
So you think that these people are going to get back pension, like retroactive monies that they wouldn't have gotten otherwise?
Possibly, if they don't build a retirement center.
Give me a hug, Nellie. Real glad to see you.